Welcome to the Ultimate IQ Challenge. Ready to test your brain power? Today we're diving deep into the realm of intelligence, challenging the boundaries of your mind, and seeing just how far your intellect can stretch. Get ready, because this isn't your ordinary quiz. This is a journey, a thrilling ride into the uncharted territories of your brain. So put on your thinking caps and gear up for an exciting challenge. Now let's kick things off with our first question, a little teaser to whet your appetite. Imagine a 5-letter word that becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it. Can you figure out what this word is? Remember, it's not just about finding the answer, it's about the journey there. Engage your mind, explore the possibilities, and most importantly, enjoy the process. Alright, got your answer? Let's see if you're correct. So, did you guess the answer? It's time to reveal it. Now you might have been thinking hard, maybe even scratching your head, but the answer isn't as complicated as you might think. You see, the key to solving this puzzle lies in the question itself. Reread it, think about the words used, the context, the structure. Yes, exactly, the answer is right there in front of your eyes, hidden in plain sight, just waiting for you to discover it. The logic behind this answer is based on the principle of, it's a simple concept that's often overlooked, but once you understand it, you'll see how it makes perfect sense. And there you have it, the mystery of the first question, unraveled and laid bare for all to see. It's all about looking at things from a different perspective, about thinking outside the box. Interesting, isn't it? Let's move on to our next brain teaser. Ready for the next question? Here it comes. Imagine you are in a race. You overtake the person in second place. What position are you in now? Take a moment, let the gears in your brain turn and churn. It's not as straightforward as it seems, is it? Remember, this is an IQ test, and often, the unexpected answer is the right one. So, have you got your answer yet? Or maybe you're still mulling it over. That's alright, there's no rush. Take all the time you need. These challenges are designed to get your neurons firing and your mind delving into the depths of logic and reasoning. Whatever your answer, keep it in mind. We're not going to reveal it just yet. Instead, we're going to let the suspense build a little longer. So hold that thought, keep your brain cells buzzing, and stay tuned. Ponder over that one. We'll reveal the answer shortly. Have you figured it out yet? Let's see if you're right. Now the moment of truth. The answer to our second challenge is, drumroll please, the letter E. Let's walk through the reasoning, shall we? The question asked you to find the odd one out among a series of letters. While it might have seemed like a random assortment, there was a pattern. Each letter, when spelled out, ends with the letter E, except for our odd one out, the letter A. This puzzle is designed to test your lateral thinking skills, your ability to see beyond the obvious, and delve into the deeper patterns. It's not just about knowing facts, but applying them in creative ways. That's the beauty of an IQ test. Did you get that one? No worries if you didn't, we still have more to go. Time for our third question, think you can handle it? Now let's dive right into the heart of the matter. Picture this. You are in a room with 2 doors. One door leads to certain doom, the other to safety. There are 2 guards, one in front of each door. One guard always lies and the other always tells the truth. You do not know which guard is which, nor which door leads to safety. You can ask one question to any one guard to determine the safe door. What question do you ask? Take a moment. Breathe it in. Let the gears in your mind start turning. We're not looking for a quick, rash answer. We're after that spark of genius, that flash of insight that only comes when you truly engage with a problem. So, go ahead, take your time, mull it over. Give it some thought, we'll be back with the answer soon. So, what's your answer? Let's find out if you're right. Now, to the reveal. The answer to the third question is quite intriguing. You see, it's not about the number of triangles or squares you can find, but rather the pattern that emerges from their arrangement. It's a classic example of a visual IQ test question that challenges you to think outside the box. Remember, the key to solving this kind of question lies in your ability to recognize patterns and connections that aren't immediately apparent. It's fine if you didn't get it right the first time. These questions are designed to be challenging and push your cognitive ability. The more you engage with these types of problems, the better you'll become at spotting the hidden connections. Getting the hang of it? Let's see what's next. Here's our final question, can you crack it? Let's dive right into it, shall we? This one is designed to really test your mental agility and see if you've got what it takes to be called a genius. Now remember, don't rush, take your time, let your brain do its magic. This question is all about logic and reasoning, so let's get those neurons firing. The question is, if a bottle and a half cost $1.50, how much does 1 bottle cost? Take a moment. Let the question sink in. Picture it in your mind. What's your answer? Remember, it's not about speed but about accuracy and the ability to think outside the box. So have you got it? Or are you still puzzling it out? Don't worry if you're finding it a bit tough. That's the point of this final challenge. This is a tough one. We'll reveal the answer in a moment. Time's up. Let's see if you've cracked the final question. So the answer we were looking for is, drum roll please. The Sphinx. Yes, you heard it right. The Sphinx is the answer. The riddle was based on the infamous riddle of the Sphinx from Greek mythology. The Sphinx, a mythical creature, would only allow those who could solve her riddle to pass. The riddle goes, what walks on 4 legs in the morning, 2 legs at noon, and 3 legs in the evening? The answer is man, who crawls on all 4s as a baby, walks on 2 legs as an adult, and uses a walking stick in old age. Our final question was a modern twist on this classic riddle. So, how did you do? Ready to find out what your score says about your IQ? Now that we've gone through all the questions, it's time to tally up your score. Let's dive into the world of IQ scores and what they might mean. If you've managed to score 0 to 10 points, don't fret. This simply suggests that you've had a unique approach to the puzzles, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Intelligence is multifaceted, and this quiz only explores a tiny part of it. For those who have scored between 11 and 20 points, you've shown a knack for problem solving. You've demonstrated your ability to think outside the box and tackle challenges head-on. This is a quality that will serve you well in various aspects of life. Now, if you've scored anything above 21 points, take a moment to pat yourself on the back. You've demonstrated exceptional problem-solving skills and a strong grasp of logical reasoning. This test suggests you have a high IQ, but remember, it's just one of the many ways to measure intelligence. But what if you're in the upper echelons, having scored above 31 points? Well, you're in a league of your own. This score indicates a very high IQ and an extraordinary ability to solve complex problems. You're among the rare few who can see patterns and connections that others often miss. However, it's crucial to remember that an IQ score is just a number. It's a measure of a specific type of cognitive ability, not a measure of your worth or potential. Intelligence comes in many forms: emotional, creative, practical, and so on. So whether your score was high or low, it doesn't encompass all that you are. Remember, this is just a fun challenge. Your IQ doesn't define you. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep challenging yourself. Thanks for joining us on this IQ challenge.